Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. New Hampshire's mask mandate to end today, Friday, won't be renewed, governor says. Safer at home guidance to end May 7th, replaced by universal best practice. New Hampshire's mask mandate will expire today on Friday and not be renewed, Governor Chris Sununu said Thursday. Sununu said private businesses, cities, and towns can still require that mask be worn, but the state will no longer mandate it. Durham Town Manager Todd said in a released statement Thursday afternoon, noting that the town's mask mandate would continue. He urged Granite Staters to continue to wear masks while out in public because the virus is continuing to spread and hospitalizations are rising. The pandemic is not over, and we are not claiming victory by any means, Sununu said. Sununu said the decision to let the mandate end was based on looking at certain data points, including deaths, hospitalizations, and vaccinations. Daily deaths are down significantly from where they were in December and January, and Sununu said the mask mandate was issued in November to deal with the threat of rising deaths from a surge in cases. After falling since early January, hospitalizations have been increasing again in recent weeks, hitting their highest point Thursday since February 11th. Sununu said there is no longer a threat of hospital system being overwhelmed by COVID-19 cases, but some hospital officials have told News 9 their facilities are full of patients whose routine health care management stopped during the pandemic. In response to the state's mask mandate ending, Dartmouth Hitchcock Health released a statement saying that mask wearing, along with vaccination, physical distancing, and hand hygiene are the most effective ways to end the pandemic. As cases of numbers continue to increase around the region, it is more important than ever to stay the course with making and masking up, as shown by the science, and as continuous to be strongly recommended by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And Chief Medical Advisor to the President, Dr. Anthony Fauci, Dartmouth Hitchcock, said. Brandon Williams, President and CEO of New Hampshire Healthcare Association, urged people to continue to wear a mask. We are seeing a real spike in COVID-19 cases, and with new variants like B117 circulating, we will be the only New England state without a mask requirement, including for visitors from states hot with the virus, Williams said. People must respect local government mask mandates and the mask requirement that private businesses have in place, and frankly, just use common sense by wearing the mask. Sununu said most healthcare workers have been vaccinated, so hospitals won't face the same workforce shortages they were dealing with at different times during the pandemic. Democrat State Rep Tom Sherman, a Democrat from Rye, a physician, released a statement calling the decision to end the mandate unnecessary and potentially devastating. Our state is averaging more new cases each day and more hospitalizations than when the mask mandate first went into effect, Sherman said. As a doctor, I'm shocked that in spite of these facts, the governor is now lifting this critical protection against the spread of COVID-19. It is clear that the pandemic is far from over. The head of New Hampshire Hospital Association, Steve, said he was not aware the mandate would be lifted today, on Friday. Whether there's a mask mandate or not, we know masks work, and it's so important that people follow that public health guidance, he said. In a statement, state epidemiologist Dr. Benjamin Chan said lifting the mandate does not diminish the importance of wearing a mask, and said COVID-19 levels remain high across the state. The town of Durham announced on Thursday it will maintain its ordinance through at least June 5th. The governor said the state's vaccination program is proceeding well, and health officials said about 43% of the state's population has received at least one dose of the vaccine, and 25% is fully vaccinated. Those numbers are not high enough to provide herd immunity against the virus, but health officials said about 75% of Granite Staters have either received a vaccine or signed up for an appointment. The governor said he is also prepared to relax other state mandates that are part of the safer at home strategy that limited capacities and imposed other safety policies on businesses and industries as of May 7th. The state will transition to a single universal set of best practices instead of mandates. Sununu said businesses will still be able to set their own guidelines and policies that employees and customers must follow. The governor noted that the state of emergency in New Hampshire may last until the end of the year. He said much of the federal aid coming into the state is tied to the state of emergency, so it might be necessary to keep it in effect even if no restrictions are in place. And that does it for this news report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another news report. Goodbye, everyone.